Welcome to another render demo how to draw tutorial. Today I'm going to be taking you through how to draw a cobra snake. This is from our How to Draw Stuff sketchbook. If you want to get a copy, check out our website in the description below. So first, you can see that there's 6 steps here. So I'm going to follow on the right side of the page where it's left blank. So you can draw right in here, and you can draw small if you want to practice. I'm just going to go ahead and try to fill the entire page. So let's get started. So the first step here, we're going to follow these blue lines. I'm going to try to draw this shape right here. And I'm going to note that this is the bottom of the page. And as you can see at the top, right about here, we're going to try to fill this in as much as we can. All right, so here we go. So we're going to draw this kind of a shape here. Then we'll come over this way. Just remember, we got to leave some space for this next step here. So you always need to kind of look forward into what's going to happen and how big of a drawing to do. So I'll come back up like this, and I'm going to get a little bit thicker and wider as I get to the top, like that. So we did step 1. Now for the next step here, I'm going to start with the head. So I'm going to draw this shape first, this kind of like a bicycle seat if you look at it from the top. So I'm going to come down to about here. So I'm going to start like this, somewhere about here, come up, I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to do the lower part. I'm going to mirror that shape on the other side. That, and we'll do this part in here, and we'll come just above this intersection here, and we'll want to be in the center somewhere about there. So we'll come up like that, and then down here we'll finish off the base of the snake. So because I started a little bit too close to this side, I'm just going to end right about here, something like this. That, and connect that, and then we'll do the same on this side, starting about here and ending about here. Like that. And I'm drawing fairly lightly because later on I can go ahead and erase lines that I don't like. So next for step 3, we'll draw these shapes on the outside. So we'll come out from right around this area and we'll hook out. And it comes almost about halfway down the body, somewhere around here, like that. And we'll do the same on the other side. I'm trying to keep the page still and not turning it around, but if you need to turn it around to create this curve better, go ahead and do that. So next I'm going to do the eyes. So instead of being just round shapes, they're going to almost be somewhat of like a teardrop shape in the vertical, so from top to bottom. So something like this. I'll do the same on this side. And then I'm going to draw the fang. Actually, first I'll draw the lower lip. So I'm going to follow that shape just inside, just like that. And I'm going to do actually the tongue, like the inner part of the mouth area here. So right about here, dip down, go back to the other side. And then this, when I draw the fangs, now you know how far down to go. So we'll draw one fang pointed inward, and then the other one pointed inward like that. And then last 2 things here, we'll draw this shape down here. And then we'll finish off the end of the snake coming up like this. just like that. All right, so step 4, let's start with the eye. So we're going to draw a shape similar to the eyeball shape. Just offset it just a little bit like this. And we'll do another one on this side, like so. And then we'll do this little tongue shape here. So I'm going to start here, kind of come down, hook over. It's going to split at the end into 2, and then come back. It kind of gets thicker and thinner as it goes. Over here we have some extra details for some kind of like scaling shapes on the lower part of the tail. All right, so we completed this step here. Let's add in these shapes right here. Like that. All right, and then now for step 5, we'll add a lot of detail. So I'm going to start with the chest area here, the lower part of the snake's body, and we're going to kind of curve them as you get down lower. So, you know, maybe we start in the center to try to get like the curve that we like. And then as you go up, you kind of try to keep following that curve like that. And I'm actually not going to draw through the tongue, because I don't want to have to go ahead and like erase that later. So I'll do that. Now I'll just continue these as we go down. And as I get lower, I'm going to try to round these and curve these more and more as I get down lower, like that. There we go. And then lastly, we have some details on the head portion. So I'm going to draw a line down from this point here at the top. I'm going to draw these kind of lightly. I'll go kind of halfway like that. And then I'll come over like this, come down, and then come toward the eye like that. And again, we kind of have like these radiating lines from the center of the eye, kind of in that direction outward. And we'll just mirror that on this side. Just like that. There we go. So now you can see here's our snake drawn on this side here. So I'm going to go and add some extra details and kind of shade this in. So I'm just going to use pencils for this sketch here. So I'm going to go and start defining some of my lines. And then just kind of darkening and then adding kind of like a cross-hatching technique for shading this. And if you want to learn about basic shapes and shading, you can check out my How to Draw Basics book. I'll put that in the description below as well. That's a good book for anyone that's interested in learning how to draw kind of like basic techniques to get started. So if you want to learn how to draw and cross-hatch, things like that, you can check that out.
If you really like this tutorial, check out our How to Draw Stuff sketchbook. Inside we have 90 really cool and fun things to draw. Each one has a simple step-by-step process that allows you to follow along and draw what you see right inside the sketchbook. It's really cool. You got to get yourself a copy.